Hi, my name is Rosel Cortez, and this is for my Anatomy and Physiology 2 class. This is for assignment 8, putting it all together. The first slide, let's start off knowing what homeostasis is. Homeostasis is the tendency of interdependent elements to maintain a relatively stable equilibrium as maintained by physiological processes. The body's natural ability to maintain a healthy internal state is known as homeostasis. All organ systems of the body that help in maintenance of homeostasis are cardiovascular, respiratory, renal, endocrine, gastrointestinal, blood and lymphatic, and immune system. How does respiratory system maintain homeostasis? It controls gas exchange and pH to keep the body in a state of homeostasis. The respiratory system can take in oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide through inhalation and exhalation. How does respiratory system maintain in homeostasis? So one of the most essential homeostatic functions of the respiratory system is gas exchange in the alveoli of the lungs. As blood passes through the tiny capillaries in the alveolar sacs, changing pressures gradients allow oxygen and carbon dioxide to diffuse in and out the blood. And this is the only way for oxygen to enter the bloodstream. Okay. How does cardiovascular system maintain in homeostasis? Now, your cardiovascular system is made up your heart. It is the role of the circulatory system to carry blood across the body. Blood travels around the body through the circulatory system, but it also travels through the arteries. The artery is a thin red conduit that runs from the heart to the rest of the body. Now, this is the second part of the cardiovascular system maintained in homeostasis. The heart, blood, and blood vessels are the three main components of the circulatory system. It provides oxygen, nutrients in the blood to the surrounding cells to preserve homeostasis. The heart, lungs, and blood vessels all have to work together to maintain homeostasis in the circulatory system. Arteries, capillaries, and veins assist in the transport of nutrients and oxygen toward the body cells, as well as the removal of carbon dioxide and other waste from the body. Now, how does endocrine system maintain homeostasis? The endocrine system is a communication system that sends information from one part of the body to another using signaling molecules, hormones, and neurohormones. Negative feedback mechanism controls the endocrine system and help it maintain homeostasis. Hormones concentration and their effects to other body systems are regulated in this way. Insulin, glucagon hormones released by the pancreas is an example of regulate blood glucose levels. How does endocrine system maintain homeostasis? This is the second part. Hormones control the function of the body cells, so the endocrine system plays an important role in homeostasis. A trigger controls the release of hormones into the bloodstream. The amount of hormones secreted, for example, is either increased or decreased as a result of the stimulation. Okay, how does renal maintain homeostasis? The kidneys are responsible for maintaining the body's extracellular fluids homeostasis, constant internal environment. Now, the kidneys maintain homeostasis by controlling the amount of water, ions, and other substance in the blood, and this is from the Flex book. When waste builds up in the blood, the kidney's filtration capacity increases. If blood fluid levels are low, the pituitary gland releases antidiuretic hormones, ADH, which allows the kidneys to reabsorb more water into the blood. And second slide of renal part is the kidneys filter and eliminate waste from the body, as well as regulating the amount of water that leaves it. When your body getting rid of water and waste, it passes through your kidneys, then to your bladder, where it releases as urine. Now, how does gastrointestinal maintain homeostasis? It allows nutrients and energy to be absorbed. The digestive system helps to maintain homeostasis by controlling nutrient intake, breaking down food molecules and absorbing them into cells, and regulating water intake in large intestine. And this is a picture of it. How does lymphatic system maintain homeostasis? The lymphatic system contributes to homeostasis in a variety of ways. To stop swelling, it returns missing fluid to the circulatory system, filters and cleans lymph fluid of bacteria, infected, and other pathogens. How does blood maintain homeostasis? Heat is absorbed by distributed across the body by blood. It helps in maintenance of homeostasis by releasing or conserving heat. When blood vessels react to external organisms, such as bacteria, as well as internal hormone and chemical changes, they expand and contract. It contains nutrients, oxygen, and waste products in the body. It supports body functions by carrying hormones and immune cells. How does immune system maintain homeostasis? The immune response plays an important role in maintaining homeostasis by preparing the body to fight off infection and to help the healing process. And this is by Ersoy. This is a part 2 of the questions. How How the endocrine system functions to control the cardiac system. The endocrine system is important in the regulation of the cardiovascular system as it controls many of its functions. Hormones influence heart rate, ventricular contractions, blood pressure, and body fluid regulations, not only at the peripheral level but also in the lungs. Endocrine dysfunctions may have a huge effect on how well your heart functions. When normal endocrine functions is restored, adverse cardiovascular changes are often reversed. And second part of it is the endocrine system is a set of glands and organs that manufactures, store, and secretes hormones. The cardiovascular system responds to a multiple of endocrine signals, and the mechanism of endocrine and other forms of signals that affect cardiovascular functions. Nutritional signals, nerve inputs are nearly identical. Nuclear receptors, including cholesterol and fatty acid metabolites, steroids, and thyroid hormones, mediate endocrine signals that influence the cardiovascular system, while cell surface receptors that initiate second messenger signaling cascades mediate endocrine signals that influence the cardiovascular system, including peptide hormones, cytokines, and neurotransmitters. How the endocrine system functions to control the respiratory system. The respiratory system has only one link to the endocrine system. In order to maintain sufficient oxygen levels in the blood, the lungs and kidney cooperate. The kidney secretes erythropoietin when the blood volumes drops too low. The aim of erythropoietin is to facilitate the production of more red blood cells, thus increasing the volume of the blood. Certain hormones, such as adrenaline, which is produced by the endocrine system's adrenal gland, aid in the stimulation of respiratory functions by increasing the rate of diaphragm contraction and relaxation. Hormones control the rate of breathing. Now, how the endocrine system functions to control the renal system. So it has RAAS, renin angiotensin aldosterone system, and this controls the blood pressure, and it is important. And it goes renin, angiotensin, angiotensin I, angiotensin II, stimulates adrenal secretion of aldosterone, and erythropoietin. Red blood cells differentiation in the bone marrow is regulated by a polypeptide hormone. And this is tissue hypoxia stimulates synthesis. This is anemia, high altitude, heart and lung disease. This also composed of vitamin D. This kidney that have been activated, calcium absorption from the GI tract is increased. Calcium deposition in the bones is regulated. Okay, how the endocrine system functions to control the gastrointestinal system. The digestive system is regulated by the brain, and the endocrine system, hunger and satiety responses, are regulated by the brain. The endocrine system regulates the release of hormones and enzymes necessary for food digestion in the gastrointestinal tract. Now, how the endocrine system functions to control the blood and lymphatic system. The hormones are sent around the body by a group of organs and cell collections. The lymphatic system's primary purpose is to collect to transport fluids to the body's tissue. How the endocrine system functions to control integument system. Skin is the most visible component of the integumentary system, but it also contains structures like skin glands, hair, and nails. Many of the glands in the body that secrete substance into the body are part of the endocrine system. By secreting hormones, the endocrine system helps integumentary system. Hormones have the ability to control blood flow to the skin. Hormones regulate the secretion of various skin glands such as sebaceous glands. Vitamin D development is also supported by the integumentary method. Now, how the endocrine system functions to control musculoskeletal system. The muscular system is told to contract by the endocrine system. The endocrine system is instructed to keep stimulating the muscular system through signals from the muscular system. And that's the end. That's the reference. Thank you.